G'day. For those of you I haven't met yet, and maybe this is your first video, I'm Sheahan. I'm the founder and CEO of Karrikins Group. For those of you that this is like your 10th video, nice to see you again. On previous videos, we talked about the fact that opportunity is found in disruption. However, in this video, we're going to talk about what you do about that. If the opportunity is in the very things that are changing your business, if the opportunity is in the very thing that's disrupting your industry, then what do you need to do about that as a leadership team? What do you need to do about that as a professional? Our advice is move towards the disruption, not away from it. That is, go right to the edge and begin to test and pilot and try new things, because at the end of the day, you can't prevent the disruption from happening. You can't stop the onslaught of technology. You might be able to slow it down a tiny bit, and that only if you've got enough market power. Truth is, when the market finds a better way to solve its problems, it goes there eventually. And so we don't want you trying to prevent it. We want you working actively to find, develop, and then promote the models of the future, the products of the future, the solutions of the future. But in order to do that, it's in the disruption. You can't be replicating the business of the old. You have to be creating the new. And in order to do that, you need to develop what we call a learning mindset, where you quite literally go to the things that are affecting you and begin testing new ideas, to begin iterating new models, to begin piloting new solutions. Because you know what? There's no amount of whiteboarding and scenario planning and strategic planning that will help you predict the future. You have to take your ideas and begin to execute them, because what we've come to understand is that action precedes clarity. That it's the feedback you get from the marketplace that really refines your perspective. But in order to do that, you need to be in a learning mindset. And in order to be in a learning mindset, you can't apply the KPIs. You can't apply the measurement you use to evaluate the success of your current business to the things that you're iterating and creating new. Because you know what? Your current business is a tested business model. It's predictable, it's consistent, it's been in place, some cases for decades. So you can make legitimate assertions about how quickly you should get a return on investment and what margins you should be able to extract. But you're talking about developing the business models of the future. They don't exist yet. So by definition, you can't possibly apply these metrics to their success. Instead, you should be looking at how quickly you learn. How fast is your team able to iterate? How excited are your customers and clients getting about what you're doing? Because that's a better indication of whether you're on track. So in summary, I'm going to double down on this idea that the opportunity is in the disruption. But in order for you to start exploiting that opportunity so you can accelerate your growth and enable your transformation, you need to move to the edge of that disruption and start learning there. How do you learn? You learn by taking intelligent risks, by pilots, concepts. Why does that matter? Because action precedes clarity. How could you possibly know what to scale, what to double down on, and what to eliminate if you're not at the edge testing and learning? And in order to learn, you need new metrics, new ways of measuring whether you're progressing or not. And they shouldn't be how quickly we're making money and what's the margin and what's our return on investment, because you're trying to create the future here. And so you need to hold the nerve and apply a lens of learning, not a lens of was it good, bad, successful or not. That's our advice to you. Move towards the edge of disruption and learn there.